This isn't just a jump, this is a high-powered catapult launch. And to make things even weirder, this insect has its ears on its stomach. This is the grasshopper, the familiar chirping, hopping insect that is the soundtrack to late summer evenings. We see them everywhere, but we rarely stop to think about what an incredible and bizarre piece of natural engineering they are. I'm going to show you how their back legs are basically medieval siege weapons and reveal the very strange place they keep their ears. Let's start with their most famous trick, the jump. A grasshopper can launch itself into the air, covering a distance of up to 20 times its own body length. If we could do that, we could jump the entire length of a basketball court in a single hop. So how do they do it? It's not just about having strong leg muscles. It's about having a brilliant biological catapult. Inside a grasshopper's big, beefy back leg, there's a huge muscle. When the grasshopper gets ready to jump, this muscle contracts very slowly, bending the leg at the knee joint. This slow contraction stores up a massive amount of potential energy in a special, springy piece of the grasshopper's exoskeleton in its knee. It's just like stretching a big, powerful rubber band. When it's ready to launch, the grasshopper relaxes a different, smaller muscle that acts as a trigger. This instantly releases all that stored energy in one explosive burst, launching the grasshopper into the air like a rock from a catapult. And what about that classic chirp, chirp, chirp sound? That's the sound of a male grasshopper looking for love. But they don't have vocal cords. They make that sound using a process called stridulation. On the inside of their big jumping leg, they have a row of tiny little pegs. And on their stiff forewing, they have a thick, rough edge that works like a scraper. By rubbing the row of pegs against the scraper, just like running a nail file over the teeth of a comb, it creates that iconic chirping sound. So they can jump and they can chirp. But how does a female grasshopper actually hear the male song? They don't have big ears on the side of their head like we do. This is where it gets really weird. A grasshopper's ears are on its stomach. I'm not kidding. If you look at the first segment of a grasshopper's abdomen, right below its wings, you'll see a pair of big, round membranes. These are called tympana, and they are the grasshopper's eardrums. When sound waves hit this membrane, it vibrates, and a nerve underneath sends a signal to the brain. So they really do listen with their bellies. And if you've ever managed to catch a grasshopper, you probably experienced its other main defense. It will often spit a brown, smelly liquid all over your hand. A lot of people call this tobacco spit, but it's not tobacco. It's actually the grasshopper throwing up on you. It's a last-ditch effort to save its own life. It brings up a mix of partially digested plants and digestive fluid from its stomach. The idea is that this brown goo will taste so disgusting that whatever predator has grabbed it, like a bird or a lizard, will be grossed out and drop it. But the most dramatic and most misunderstood thing about grasshoppers is their relationship to locusts. What's the difference between a grasshopper and a locust? The shocking answer is there is no difference. Until there is. A locust is not a different species. A locust is a grasshopper that has gone into beast mode. There are a few specific species of grasshopper that, under the right conditions, usually a period of drought followed by a lot of rain and rapid plant growth, will go through a massive transformation. The surge in population and crowding causes their brains to release serotonin, which completely changes them. They change color, they get bigger, and their behavior totally flips from being a shy, solitary insect to being a highly social, swarming creature. This is the swarming phase that we call a locust. It's a real-life Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So, the grasshopper is a true original. It jumps using a powerful catapult system built into its legs. It makes its famous chirping sound by playing its own leg like a violin. It listens for that song with ears located on its stomach. It will throw up on you to try and save its own life. and a few of them have a secret swarming alter ego that we call the locust. If you want to jump into the secrets of more common backyard insects, make sure you subscribe.